Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here and another open with me, and this time it is for the latest inside Crochet Magazine, and I can see and feel that there are some free gifts in here. So while I am trying to get into this, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and hopefully you'll be informed when new videos pop up, other open with me's and tutorials and stuff. Okay, let's see. That's just the address page, so we'll get rid of that. We have quite a thick magazine here, and we've got this Jane Crowfoot Sparkle and Shine beaded decoration set. Everyone seems to be going for the beads lately. So we've got 40 pretty stitch markers. Well, they're just pastel shades and they're the light bulb shaped ones. So that's quite a decent little free gift. Okay, so let's have a look. We'll try and not go too crazy with the zoom in, but otherwise you won't see everything. So we've got the exclusive new Jane Crowfoot patterns, fun with a ball wreath. We've got all that glitters, nostalgic Christmas projects to bring good cheer. The sun has come out, that's good. Magical festive delights. I don't know what they are. We have Diamonds Are Forever. We have Dressing the Tree, Holiday Table Scaping. It's a new word for it. Holly Jolly Hearings, without the H, earrings, and Unexpected Red Effect. Luxe Mohair yarn. Ooh, don't think I'll be using that. I'm allergic to it. We've got a cocoon cardigan, twinkle toes socks, peppermint blanket, beading masterclass, beautiful sparkling wrap. And I dare say there's more besides, because it's this thick. And I dare say there's quite a few adverts in here. We shall see. So we've got the usual welcome page and advert. This is the contents page, but sometimes these thumbnails are a bit too small to even see what it's all about, so I don't pay too much attention. We have a teddy bear. We've got a pillow, a cushion, that's the word I'm looking for, basket, tree hangings and socks, things we've not seen already. In the loop, yarn, books, reviews, events, interviews and social. So they're plugging TL Yarn Crafts again. So she's really coming up in the world in the magazines. We've got Sugar and Spice, Signature Sparkle 4-ply. Well, that's unusual. You don't often see 4-ply. It's very dark, isn't it? Dark picture. That's because it's in the colour of mulled wine, I suppose. And that's from West Yorkshire Spinners. I don't know if it'll be wool in that case, but I always find their wool a tad on the rough side for me. Just for me. So the Rico design, that's their chenille, I think. They've been doing that for quite some time. If you can hear knocking at the door, it's the wind. The wind just picked up again and it's been knocking at the door for days. We've got King Cole Yummy, 'Tis the Season. Obviously they've brought out Christmassy colours. And Putting on the Glitz, that's by Hobby Hobie, but I know a lot of people have been saying they don't like to order from there anymore, so we'll kind of leave it at that with them. The Big Squish. Okay, that just looks like Poundland yarn to me. Strange. Anyway, Jane Crowfoot, tell us about yourself page. We've got her tree ornaments there, but I do believe there's only one pattern in this book that will be hers. So we've got some yarn reviews, various yarns. Now, there's an advert for this one, and I'm a little bit... I'm going to put the light on because although I'll be right with you in a second. Okay, we'll have a bit of shadowing, but their pictures are very dark in this magazine. I mean, even with the light on, you can see this is a rainbow yarn. It looks identical to Ice Yarn Universe, which I do have in my shop, funnily enough. But it is meant to be 100% acrylic. And since the day they launched it, I've not been able to get one single solitary ball out of King Cole because they underestimated its popularity, or they just didn't make enough. And so it's been out of stock ever since. And I asked them when it's back, and they said, we're hopefully going to fulfill the orders in 2 weeks. So I don't know how people have ordered it when it's not in stock, because you can't normally. But I don't think it's going to be in for quite some time from that, what they've said. Anyway, I do have this Horizon Chunky, which is absolutely beautiful, which is from Stylecraft. So let's move on from that page, but don't linger too long. Another advert. Books. Chanel Chanel, not Chanel. That's totally different. That'll be very expensive. Chanel Amigurumi by Alexa Templeton by Tuva Publishing at $14.99 US terms. Crochet Dogs, 35 Projects to Make by Chico Books, UK terminology, and that's $14.99. New Ways with Crochet by Elena Fedotova by David and Charles at $16.99. Not the most eye-catching of covers, but you can't judge a book by its cover, as they say. Granny Square Stitches card deck. So, that got so ripped off last year, didn't it? That one. Well, we've obviously got new one, and you don't need to buy a book. You don't need to buy a card deck. I've got a year of Granny Squares on my tutorials, which you can see and do for free. So these are crochet kits on this page that you can get. They're all around, well, hang on a minute, £45 for this bag, which you could probably make from YouTube for free. This one here is going to set you back £116 from Toft. Wows. Yeah, I don't think I want the kits. I think I'll just freestyle it, man. And then we've got a whole page of lovely things. Oh no, not just one. Stocking fillers, fun and useful small ideas for stocking Secret Santas, all under £20. Yeah, okay. Then we've got gorgeous yarns, but you know there are so many of them all over the place that we don't need to just give a little bit of info to one. There's one there that's caught my eye. The World of Wool's Yarns Big Bang. Again, I'm going to zoom this, guys. Ready? That looks so much like Ice Yarns Universe. Does look a tad thicker, but again, a little like the King Cole one that none of us can actually get hold of right now. So, yeah, we've got lots there, but not exactly available in your high street, none of them. So we've got Primrose Stitch, that masterclass, Learn New Skills. I'm not sure how new that is. It's been around for donkey's years, that one. In fact, I even did it myself. Anyway, Twinkle Toes Socks. This is by Stylecraft. Tripping over my words. And Claire Montgomery has designed them, and she's using that Primrose Stitch. Did I do the... Oh, I thought it said Iris Stitch. I might have lied there, guys. I didn't do the Primrose Stitch. I did the Iris Stitch. Oh, well, another advert. There's so many. 12 Days of Christmas Cushion. Ah, yeah, I remember seeing this. This is part 3. And, yeah, lots of stuff going in it. It's just going to be decorative. Be a bit hard to lean on, I would have thought. But here we go. This is part 3. I don't remember seeing part 2. Maybe missing a magazine. Not sure. I really ought to keep more tabs on it. Anyway, we've got this very loopy pullover. I can imagine that getting caught on just about everything, though. That's the only drawback. And then you'll end up with one long strand. We've got a tank top, which, yeah, what's that called? Diamonds Are Forever, that's the one. I'm not sure if it's the pullover. It is, actually. Joyful Jumper. Now, that looks more interesting to me, that one. Okay, we've got this hexy. It's called the Halley Beaded Wrap. It's not a wrap, it's a scarf. It's this wide. That's not a wrap, is it? Am I not seeing things? It's a scarf, guys, isn't it? A wrap has got to be at least over your shoulders and around your back a little bit, surely. Wow, big old chunky cardie, but that is row after row of UK treble crochets by the looks of it, but nice and slouchy. We've got some kind of tabard and a muff. Do you remember muffs? When I was a kid, they were everywhere. So we've got a little Red Riding Hood here. And, oh, a snail. But this is just an advert. Isn't that a shame? Wouldn't it be great if they'd put that in? That would be amazing if they had, but they didn't and missed a trick. Deck the halls. So we've got a wreath made out of different size baubles, which might be ideal for Christmas. And I can't see. Garland. There we go. I was struggling to find the crochet on there. We've got crochet kind of decoration for your presents. Basically making a ribbon. And we've got the tree hangers. We've got this really fetching basket and socks we've already seen. Wowzer. Look at that. That's different. That seems quite huge. Of course, is it though? It is, isn't it? Wow. Am I seeing things? Are we just making these? What's this all about? A peppermint blanket pet bed. Yeah. By Nikki Ward. Yarnsmith Snug as a Bug pattern. Okay. Well, I'll be intrigued about that. We've got some table stuff. This is the make it section. So, wrap my eye. But it is by Jane Crowfoot. But even so, it's not a wrap. Only if you're a miniature person. Then it would be a very long wrap for you, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's move on. It's not a wrap. Unless you make it twice the size, then it would be. This is called the Tinsel Sweater. It looks like it's obviously a yoke just made kind of in a round way by Sam Sabido. Do you like that? I've got to ask you. Let me know. I'll just catch all that. I would. Catch it on everything, those loops. A lot of pages. Extra small up to a 3 to 4 XL. This is the cocoon cardigan. Doesn't really look like a cocoon, does it? I don't want to say Granville. It doesn't look like a cocoon, Granville. So only you guys who have watched Open All Hours are going to know what that's all about. But this is by Theodora Burrow. Just looks like an ordinary cardigan to me. Can't really see much cocoonish about it, but looks like an ordinary cardigan there as well, doesn't it? Small up to a 3XL. But it would be very, very easy. Not a great deal of shaping going on. And it's all just row after row of the same stitch until you get to the edging. But, you know, cosy. Use the right yarn, that's going to be very snuggly. Joyful Jumper is by Cassie Ward. I really like that. It reminds me of all of those kind of Christmas sweaters that you see. But yet, you could make that at any time of the year and just not make it red. You could make it for summer and use cotton, couldn't you? It's just a kind of a sampler. So that wouldn't be bad, to be honest with you. In children's and adult sizes as well. So that's pretty cool. We've got charts. There's no shaping. It's nice and easy. Sorry, come in. It's just the wind. You probably didn't hear the door knock either, so you probably think I sound stupid. Well, wouldn't be new, would it? 5 years up to 9 years, or small to 3XL for adults. I like that. If I had a little girl, I think I'd like us to be matching, but I don't, so. Anna Nikopirowitz has made this tank top. It is shapeless, so it would be simple to make. It does show a little bit of shape in there, but it doesn't show it on the person, because I guess this brings it out. I don't know how I feel about it, really. Not sure. No. But then again, you know, jazz up a shirt, wouldn't it? And it goes in sizes small up to a 22. So I don't know what size that is in the US. I can't really help you with that. But there are plenty of conversion charts out there. So this is Audrey Hood by Zoe Curtis. So we've called this Audrey, but it's basically a bonnet. You know, simple bonnet style, make a hood. And there we are. Shows you how to do your own there with any stitch you want. But this is done in a kind of a ribbed style. So, my mum used to wear things. Remember headscarves? They were all the rage when I was a child. But because people used to have their rollers in when they went up the shop, and they would put a headscarf over the top. I can remember that well. Lots of memories coming through this book. This is The Cable Bobble Slipover by Jess Bennett. And cable bobble slipover, another word for a different type of tank top, I guess. I don't know, I think I'd prefer it with sleeves than as a proper pullover, to be honest with you. But it's not ordinary, is it? It's got something about it. I don't like things to have... It's a tabard style, really. You've just got this fastener. Don't know. It goes in a small up to a 3XL. Quite a lot of what's the word? Decor on it, I suppose. This is Ski Bunny Hand Muff by Kath Webber, and it's nice and simple, and it's got fluffs on it, which would be lovely, but not if they got wet. They haven't crocheted a straps like a bag strap being used for this. I was bought a muff, never used it. This is Holly Hoop Earrings. I put the H in again. Holly Hoop Earrings. It's the H's are sending me in a spin. And her name is Helen. Holly Hoop Earrings by Helen Anderson. I don't kind of do that sort of thing. Big, bold, loopy earrings don't actually go in the right direction through my ears. So they've never been something that I've been able to wear. They kind of go outwards like this. I don't know why. I think it was the people who pierced my ears, but they never sit right, so I've never used them, and they're not really my thing. I know a lot of people love big hoops, so and it's step by step showing you how to do it as well, so that's pretty cool. Give the gift of crochet for 5 issues for $24.99, so that's pretty decent. But then, will they continue your subscription unless you cancel it? Possibly, but, you know, that ain't bad, is it, really? That's not bad at all. For £25, and you get 5, so it makes them a fiver each, roughly. We've got the Bauble Reef by Millie Masterton. I don't know, I'm really good at wall hangings and stuff, and I'm a traditionalist for Christmas. I like it to look like it's made of some kind of fern. You know, I mean fir tree, should I say. I do like my wreaths to be hollyfied or Christmassy in some way with a bit of greenery. You know, that's just me, but, you know, it's not ugly. It's quite nice. I like this, though. Heather C. Gibbs Christmas Tree Basket. I like that a lot. That does actually look like it's knitted, so it's probably a UK... I was going to say, yeah, double crochet. I'm getting them confused lately. I don't know. A UK double crochet, but made in the V to make the waistcoat stitch, perhaps. But I like that. That's pretty good. And you've got the chart. Can't be bad. Do love a chart. So we've got Chenille Love Sparkle. I've got some of this yarn, but not sparkle. But that's never mind. Ah, look, Poinsettia table set. Now, I've just made my poinsettia square, and I need to tell you this, guys, it come up this this week. I'm recording this ahead of time, so it might be last week for you. My poinsettia square I made about 4 years ago. I showed it on YouTube on a short, saying which one do you like best, the big one or the small. And people said the small one, and I thought, okay, I'll do that, and I didn't. And I didn't know where I'd written it down, so... I've never bothered doing it until I went on a little holiday and I figured it out while I was away. Went on a knit and natter day. And yeah, I did it straight away like first time, so I don't know why I was procrastinating so long. But of course that looks like a star to me. That does not look like a poinsettia table set in the slightest. It looks like stars. So I would have just called this star table set, Jenny Street, but never mind. You've called it a poinsettia, so that's what we'll go with. Although it's stars, never mind. Autumn is calling. It's not calling. It's banged at the door and it's come right in. Made itself at home. That's the digital downloads. This is called Swirl Baubles by Sarah Reed, and it's basically, I actually saw them making a few things like, you know those bows that are all kind of swirls that I'm sorry about the fingers, that you get on Christmas presents. I saw them making those the other day. Very similar sort of thing. But if that's kind of your thing, then great. But I don't know. Personally, not really mine. Fairy Lights ribbon. So, yep, you've got this ribbon that you're going to make with what looks like fairy lights on it. Helen Anderson, and it jazzes up your presents. So, you could make a tie like that, though, couldn't you? You could make your significant male other a tie. I think that's a brilliant idea. Not that Gary would wear it, but never mind. So this is the Peppermint Blanket and Pet Bed. Wowzer. I like it. It's made with yarn called Snug as a Bug from Yarnsmiths. However, I'm not a fan of some of Yarnsmith's yarn. The DK was dreadful. The cotton was amazing. But the DK, I'd rather throw it away than use it. But I've never had Snug as a Bug, and I don't know how thick that is. But obviously this is a gigantic kind of hexagon, so it makes me feel like it's probably giant yarn. I don't know. So yeah, that's well different, and that's by Nikki Ward. So yeah, there we are. I still don't know what that yarn looks like. It's just huge. So surely the yarn is. Anybody knows, let me know if it's one of those extra large yarns or not. So we've got all of the advert pages called Yarn Market. Next month we have blankets, bags and jumpers. Colourwork issue. Winter Dazzle Shrug. Don't think we've got a picture of that. The Lerwick Fair Isle Cowl. And the Dalmatian Scarf. Leaf Motif Bag. Intarsia or Intarsia. Lion Jumper. Mosaic Table Mats. Plus our brand new Motif of the Month column. Okay, move on. So this is how to crochet bits. So we need to know all this to do all the things that are in this magazine. So there'll be quite a few pages then of that. Then we've got the abbreviations, hook sizes and stuff, and different terms for the UK and the US. That's the very thick magazine. So we'll move that over there and let's have a little looky at what we've got as freebies. So we've got these stitch markers, which as the stitch markers go that kind of pinch closed, they're actually easier to get in and out your work. So that's not so bad. And we've got this Jane Crowfoot Sparkle and Shine beaded decoration set, but we don't have the beads. When I heard this, I thought it was going to be beads, but it isn't beads, is it? So you got to get beads. Now, I know I've probably had loads of free gifts of beads, but normally speaking, I throw them in people's orders, and some of them I probably just lost around the house. Sparkle and Shine beaded decoration set. So it's the pattern, and I don't know what was the previous page. Didn't look like it showed it in its entirety. So maybe we're just making this. I'm sorry, I've got a very noisy table. Unfortunately, my table is ceramic and loud, and things do make a sound, so I apologise ahead of time. Oh, we've got this one as well, and a star or two. You can fill it in or not. And plant pot. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're making this, aren't we? Silly me. But what is it? do you just kind of sew it onto a background? Is that what you do with that? Because they don't attach, do they? But you could make all of these and sew them on. You could make a tablecloth. Ooh, depends how big you do it. You can make a little blanket. You can make them individually. Well, there you go. That's the free gifts. Let me know, guys, what do you think of this? What do you think of the things that I've commented on already? Do you think I'm harsh? Some people think I'm not harsh enough at times. But, you know, what do you think? Be interested to know. I can take the criticism. Let me know in the comments section what you liked, what you disliked, and what you thought of it all. And I'll love to read your comments. I always do. So I'll say goodbye. And as I said before, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.